A very good evening. Welcome to another edition of Express News. Here we get you top 100 stories of the day making the buzz. Let's get started with the top 100. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted the CISF personnel and their families on the raising day of the Central Industrial Security Force. Prime Minister tweeted saying on their raising day, greetings to the courageous CISF headquarters personnel and their families. Their role in furthering national safety and progress is deeply valued. In 2019, I had attended the Raising Day celebration of CISF. The 52nd CISF Raising Day, the CISF headquarters in Ghaziabad today. Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla graced the occasion as chief guest. CISF is one of the 6 paramilitary forces in the country and functions under the Union Home Ministry with its headquarters in New Delhi. CISF DG Subodh Kumar Jaiswal ensured that the forces surely will make efforts to become more client-responsive force. He added that an in-house grievance redressal application has been developed to address the grievance of the personnel of the force. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has tweeted, and I quote, raising their greetings to our brave CISF headquarters personnel and their families. From shielding India's vital establishments to serving the nation during disasters, CISF plays a key role in country's growth. Nation salutes the devotion and sacrifice of a courageous force. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also extended greetings to the CISF personnel. He tweeted, and I quote, on their raising day, greetings to CISF personnel and their families. The CISF plays a crucial role in safeguarding India's strategic assets. It's a multi-dimensional force known for its courage and professionalism. Senior Congress leader P.C. Chakor today resigned from the Congress. He submitted his resignation letter to Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Addressing a press conference in Delhi, P.C. Chakor said that he is frustrated by the fractions politics in Congress, adding that the central leadership has taken no steps to improve the situation. Union Minister Smriti Irani said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken many initiatives for the welfare of women since 2014. Speaking at a program on International Women's Day organized by the National Commission for Women, Union Minister said open defecation was a major challenge for the security of women. Against this backdrop, Prime Minister gave a call to make India open defecation free, and in a record time, 100 crore toilets were made across the country. Indian Navy's 3rd Sleeth-Scorpene-class submarine INS Karanj has been commissioned today at the Naval Dockyard, Mumbai, through a formal commissioning ceremony. The Air Guest Admiral Shekhawat also highlighted India's push towards Atmanirbharta by saying, we live in an India launching numerous satellites, building nuclear submarines, manufacturing vaccines for the world. The new Karanj is another example of it. Well, this year is being celebrated as the Swarnim Vijay Varsh, which marks 50 years of the 1971 Indo-Pak War. Old INS Karanj, commissioned on September 4, 1969 at Riga in the erstwhile USSR, also took active part in the conflict under the command of then Commander V.S. Shekhawat. BJP parliamentary meeting was held in the parliament premises. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP National President J.P. Nadda, Union Minister Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman, Dr. S. Jaishankar and Prahlad Patel attended the meeting. Meeting held to discuss the party strategies on the ongoing budget session of Parliament. Union Cabinet, chaired by the Prime Minister, approved the Pradhan Mantri Swasth Suraksha Nidhi as a single non-lapsable reserve fund for share of health from the proceeds of health and education cess levied under Section 136B of the Finance Act 2007. Tirath Singh Rawat takes oath as the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Over 2.4 crore vaccine doses have been administered through 3,39,145 sessions across the states and union territories as part of a provincial report till 7 a.m. today. As on day 53 of the vaccination drive, more than 13.5 lakh or 13,59,173 vaccine doses being given in India. 10,60,944 beneficiaries were vaccinated across 52,351 sessions for the first dose for healthcare workers and FLWs, and 298,229 healthcare workers and FLWs received their second dose of vaccine. 6 states of Maharashtra, Kerala, Punjab, Karnataka, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu are reporting new daily COVID cases. 17,921 new daily cases reported in the last 24 hours in the 6 states. 83.76% of the new cases are from Maharashtra, Kerala, Punjab, Karnataka, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Maharashtra continues to report the highest daily new cases at 9,927. It is followed by down south, southern state of Kerala with 2,316 cases, and up north Punjab, where the state has reported 1,027 new cases. While India's total active caseload stands at 1,84,598 today. The COVID samples being tested every day have followed a continuous upward trajectory. The total tests conducted in India has crossed 22 crores and it stands at 22 crores 34 lakhs 79,877. The total tests conducted in India has crossed 22 crores. It's 22 crores 34 lakhs 79,877 tests. The daily positivity rate currently stands at 2.43%. 133 deaths have been reported in India in the last 24 hours. 19 states and union territories have not reported any COVID-19 deaths in the last 24 hours. 5 states account for 77.44% of the new deaths. Maharashtra saw the maximum casualties with 56 deaths. Up north, the state of Punjab followed with 20 daily deaths, and down south, the state of Kerala has reported 16 deaths. 19 states and union territories have not reported any COVID-19 deaths in the last 24 hours. Well, Sensex jumped 254.03 points to end at 51,279.51 points. Nifty advanced 76.4 points to 15,174.80. Gold prices once again rose, and this time it rose by 112 rupees to 44,286 per 10 grams in the national capital on Wednesday. Silver prices also shot up and it gained marginally by 126 rupees to 66,236 rupees per kilogram from 66,110 rupees per kilogram in the previous trade. Brent crude for May rose 15 cents or 0.2% to $67.67 a barrel by late last night, while US West Texas intermediate crude for April was at $64.24 a barrel, up 23 cents or 0.4%. Indian rupee ended flat at 72.91 per dollar amid buying seen in the domestic equity market. Well, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, that's on Tuesday, has projected that the Indian economy will bounce back to a growth rate of 12.6% in FY22, the highest among the G20 countries, aided by additional fiscal support after the COVID-19 pandemic pushed the economy into recession after a gap of more than 40 years. The Department of Expenditure, Ministry of Finance, today released the 12th and final monthly installment of post-devolution revenue deficit grant of rupees 6,194.09 crore to the states. With the release of this installment, a total amount of 74,340 crores has been released to eligible states as post-devolution revenue deficit grant in the current financial year. Paddy procurement for Kharif 2020-21 is continuing smoothly in the procuring states and union territories of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Uttarakhand, Tamil Nadu, Chandigarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, Jharkhand, Assam, Karnataka, West Bengal and Tripura, with a purchase of over 673.53 LMTs of paddy. This is an increase of 14.26% against last year's corresponding purchase. Well, India will levy a 40% custom tax on imports of solar modules from April next year to cut dependence on foreign supplies and to boost domestic manufacturing of the equipment. The Finance Ministry has approved the proposal, which also includes a 25% custom duty on imports of solar cells. India plans to expand its renewable power capacity fivefold to 450 gigawatts by the year 2030. US stocks rallied on Tuesday, with the Nasdaq gaining about 4% to recoup heavy losses from the previous sessions as US bond yields retreated and investors scooped up battered technology stocks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 0.09% to end at 31,832.08 points, while the S&P 500 gained 1.42% to 3,875.47. The Nasdaq Composite climbed 3.69% to 13,073.83 points. Over 11 crore 81 lakh people affected from COVID-19 globally. Recoveries stand at 9 crore 38 lakh. COVID has claimed over 26 lakhs 22,000 lives worldwide. United States continues to remain the worst affected, both in terms of infections as well as fatalities. In US, more than 2 crore 98 lakh cases of COVID-19 have been reported so far. The country's fatality, which is the highest in the world, has now crossed 5 lakh 40,000. US House of Representatives will today vote on President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief plan. The chamber aims to approve the rescue package in time for President Joe Biden to sign it before key unemployment programs expire on Sunday. Biden has already said he will sign the legislation as soon as it reaches its desk. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said that the U.S. Treasury will work to quickly distribute $350 billion in aid to state and local governments from the stimulus bill. The Treasury is also responsible for sending out $1,400 payments to individuals as part of Biden's $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act. Brazil, the second worst hit country from COVID-19 after the US has shot another grim milestone. The South American country registered over 1,970 fatalities or deaths in a single day. A Rio de Janeiro-based research institute, Fiocruz, has revealed that more than 80% of the intensive care unit beds are occupied in the capital of 25 of Brazil's 27 states. The European Union is likely to issue its approval for the COVID-19 vaccine of Johnson & Johnson. Addressing news conference, French Commissioner Thierry Breton said the approval for Johnson & Johnson's jab would bring the number of vaccines available in the EU to 4. Well, the coronavirus situation has worsened in Palestine as well. Health systems in Palestine is on the brink of collapse. Intensive care units operating at 100% capacity in some areas of West Bank. The US State Department on Tuesday blacklisted 2 Iranian officials from Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, accusing them of their involvement in human rights violation during 2019 and 2020 protests in Iran. The FBI has released new security footage on Tuesday of the suspects who placed pipe bombs outside the Republican National Committee and Democratic National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. on the 5th of January this year. The FBI authorities continue to seek more information about the suspect. Queen Elizabeth said on Tuesday the British royals were saddened by the challenging experiences of her grandson Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, and promised to privately address revelations against a racist remark about their son. Portugal's President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa on Tuesday was sworn in for his second term with a message of hope after a year of the pandemic. Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa takes over the presidency at a time when the country is still in an emergency state and with a lockdown in place to fight the spread of COVID-19. President of Equatorial Guinea, Teodoro Obiang Nguema, on Tuesday visited the scene of a deadly blast at the military barracks in the city of Bata that left 98 people dead. At least 615 people were injured by the explosions. Spain has sent an aid plane to Equatorial Guinea on Tuesday as the search for victims of a series of explosions in a military barracks continued in the city of Bata. The Spain's foreign ministry said in a statement that the plane carrying medicines and medical supplies worth up to 60,000 euros would arrive on Wednesday. Former head of Catalonia's regional government, Carles Puigdemont, announced at a news conference in Brussels on Tuesday he would appeal against the European Parliament's decision to waive his immunity. At least 39 migrants died when 2 boats sank off Tunisia on Tuesday as they tried to cross the Mediterranean to the Italian island of Lampedusa. Clashes erupted between protesters and police in Armenia's capital, Yerevan, as hundreds of outraged protesters gathered to demand resignation of Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan, who has been in power since 2018. The White House on Tuesday said it had no comment on a media report that President Joe Biden's youngest dog had decamped the White House following an alleged biting incident, noting Biden's 2 canine pets often travel to his Delaware home. First Lady Jill Biden has said that she has been trying to settle the 2 German shepherds settle into their new 18-acre home in Washington, D.C. since Biden took office on Jan 20th. Teachers and students of Turkmek Agricultural University visited the Balkan Eyalet on a business trip to conduct a study on Turkmen horses. The purpose of this trip was to study the behavior and habitat of steppe horses living in the region. Currently, their herds are found on the coast of the Caspian Sea. Pain is always like a stab on body parts, but healing from it always is like breathing again in fresh air. The same can be said about Japan. 10 years after it recovered from the Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami, students in South Korea painted the then scenario of Japan when the calamity struck on March 11th. Toshiharu Onado, a 13th-generation potter living in the town close to Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant, has just finished loading his kiln on March 11, 2011, when the massive earthquake struck within hours. Onado and nearly 24 other potters were forced to flee. Now, with restrictions relaxed, the unique pottery Orosama Yaki has finally come back home, as Onado is planning to open a new workshop in downtown Naming. Stuntman Hunter Ray Barker has gone to extreme lengths to bring more diners to his favorite local restaurant by sitting in bean dip for 24 hours as he became concerned that the Mexican restaurant was struggling because of the pandemic. So to try and bring attention to the business and to encourage people to go there and eat outdoors, he decided to do something he's never done before. The identity of Banksy remains a mystery, but even anonymously, he has earned worldwide acclaim for his witty subversion street art, and his works can fetch millions of dollars. Munich-based curator Oliver Foster has now gathered the most extensive collection of the artist's work in one place, and he wants to allow as many people as possible to see Bansky's development as an artist. The Munich exhibition runs until May 2nd. Queen Elizabeth on Tuesday said that the British royals were saddened by the challenging experiences of her grandson Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, and promised to privately address revelations about a racist remark about their son. According to the statement of the Buckingham Palace, the whole family is saddened to learn the full extent to how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan. Prince Charles appeared in public on Tuesday at events covered by the media, but remained silent about the tell-all TV interview by Prince Harry and his wife Meghan that triggered a crisis within the royal family. The British monarchy wrestled to formulate a response to the pair who accused a family member of making a racist remark. In the meantime, Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, said he did not think the British royal family was racist and that his daughter and Prince Harry should have waited with their televised interview, considering that Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip, was in hospital. Also, Hillary Clinton said that the TV interview with Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle was heartbreaking to watch, and that Meghan's treatment by the British tabloid press amounts to cruelty. The former Democratic presidential nominee was speaking during a virtual interview with the Washington Post to mark International Women's Day. Journalist and TV presenter Piers Morgan has left broadcaster ITV on Tuesday following wrong-running criticism of Prince Harry's wife Meghan that reached a crescendo after the royal couple's interview with Oprah Winfrey. In a statement, ITV said that the channel has accepted this decision and has nothing further to add. A photo of Britain's Prince Harry and Meghan embracing their son Archie emerged after an explosive televised interview with the couple that exposed allegations of racism within the royal family. The couple also announced they were expecting a baby girl. Google on Wednesday celebrated the 89th birthday of renowned Indian professor and scientist Udupi Chandra Rao, remembered by many as India's satellite man. Rao, who was an Indian space scientist and chairman of ISRO, supervised the 1975 launch of India's first satellite, Aryabhat. Greenpeace ship Arctic Sunrise left Seychelles on March 2nd for its first expedition to the Saya de Mala Bank, an area which has the largest seagrass meadow in the world and is a leading candidate to be one of the first high seas marine protected areas to be established under the Global Ocean Treaty. The expedition will comprise 2 legs, one lasting 2 weeks, with the current crew returning to Seychelles at the beginning of April. Greenpeace activists on the morning of 5th of March painted green a plane parked in Paris airport to protest the government's push for green planes. Greenpeace rejected the government's wish to invent green planes for hydrogen planes that officials say would make air transport industry more eco-friendly. Meanwhile, Greenpeace says that development model is based on increasing traffic without limits. India's top-ranked paddler Achanta Sharath Kamal produced a stunning performance against world number 16 Patrick Francis to make his way into the last 16 at the TT tournament in Doha. The veteran came through in a thrilling match, 12-10, 3-11, 11-7, 7-11, 11-9 to win over the German athlete in the men's singles second-round match. Skipper Prithvi Shaw blazed his way to an unbeaten 185 of just 123 deliveries as Mumbai reached the semi-finals of the Vijay Hazare tournament with a crushing 9-wicket win over Saurashtra in the fourth quarter-final. Cricket legend Sunil Gavaskar has joined the list of high-profile former Indian cricketers to get himself vaccinated to prevent himself against the dreaded COVID-19 virus. RB Leipzig will look to overturn a 2-0 deficit when they take on Liverpool in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 tie tonight. Due to COVID-19 quarantine rules, the venue of the second leg of the round of 16 match between Liverpool and Leipzig has been shifted from Anfield to Budapest. Barcelona travelled to Paris hoping to overturn a 1-4 deficit from the first leg of their Champions League last 16 battle with Paris Saint-Germain. PSG are thrashed Barcelona in the first leg but cannot afford to be overconfident going to this game. PSG have ruled Neymar out of the second leg of their last 16 Champions League tie against Barcelona. The Brazil forward missed the first leg against the former side with a thigh injury. FC Porto defeated Italian heavyweights Juventus to advance to the quarter-finals of the Champions League. In a dramatic tie, Sergio Oliveira scored the crucial goal with a free kick in the 117th minute, which went through Cristiano Ronaldo's legs and into the back of the Juventus net. German club Borussia Dortmund have made it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They managed to score 3-2. They managed to defeat Sevilla in a match played on late Tuesday night with a 5-4 aggregate score. Erling Haaland scored the 19th and 20th goal in 14 Champions League appearances. He tapped home Dortmund's opener in the 34th minute and also sealed the match with a second goal. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp on Tuesday ruled himself out of contention to replace Joachim Löw as Germany manager, saying he intends to see out his contract at the Premier League champions. Manchester City will be looking to respond to a rare setback when they welcome Southampton to the Etihad Stadium tonight. South African qualifier Lloyd Harris claimed a thrilling 7-6, 6-7, 7-5 victory over Swiss three-time Grand Slam champion Stanislas Wawrinka in the opening round of Qatar Open. In the bottom half of the draw, 6th seed Belgium David Goffin defeated Serbia's Filip Krajinovic 6-4, 6-4, while Daniel Evans will see the return of Roger Federer for a place in the quarterfinals of the Brits or Frenchman Jami Chardy in 3 sets. No audiences and virtual nominees, but BAFTA promises to offer 2 award shows this year, as they say are determined to celebrate film. As of those in the running, leading the nominations for the British Academy of Film and Television Arts Awards with 7 nods, each are US recession drama Nomadland and coming of age story Rocks. Family drama The Father, Hollywood throwback Mank, Me Too revenge film Promising Young Woman, and Korean language Minari followed with 6 nominations, each at Britain's top movie honors. Movies from Denmark, Russia, France, Bosnia and the US will be vying for the best film not in English language prize at this year's British Academy of Film and Television Arts Awards. Another round directed by Thomas Winterbuck and starring Mads Mikkelsen follows a group of teachers who made a pact to consume a small amount of alcohol each day in the hope it will improve the quality of their lives. Dear Comrades, a film about a 1962 massacre of striking workers in Novochak is directed by veteran Russian director Andrei Kochlovansky. From India, Adarsh Gaurav has been nominated for a BAFTA award for the Best Leading Actor for his performance in The White Tiger. As fans celebrate the release of Coming to America, the sequel to the hit 1988, the cast of the film reveal their favorite lines and moments from the classic. Balmain models took to plane runways to display the Fall-Winter 2021 collection. Sky lifts may be closed in France due to COVID-19 restrictions, but Chanel recreated a winter resort ambience on Tuesday with a collection featuring quilted stilettos and faux boots. Well, that's all we have time for in Express News. Thanks for watching. Take good care of yourself. Have a safe and wonderful evening ahead. Bye-bye.